baked apples. It really doesn't get any simpler than this. This is hassle-free, old-school cooking, and one of those items that just gets passed down from generation to generation. So let me show you my version, so stay tuned.
You know, I gotta tell you, out of all the desserts in the world, what I'm about to make is probably the easiest dessert that you can make. And yeah, it's made with apples. You can probably guess. If you're guessing baked apples, you're right. If you guess anything else, you're wrong. I'm gonna make baked apples because, you know, it's still fall. I'm all about apples. Apple cider, apple pie, my apple calzones, apple cobbler. Today we're doing baked apples because you can, because I can, and I want to. And a little bit different twist on these. I'm gonna, most people just stuff them with a little bit of butter, cinnamon, sugar, and a little nutmeg, and that's about it. Mine a little bit different. You know, I know some people do it this way, some people don't, and hopefully if you don't, you learn something new. This is something I used to make in the wardroom on USS Simon Lake when I was stationed on the lake. And I would only do it on the weekends, only because there wasn't a lot of officers in the wardroom on the weekends. I wanted to do something special. You know, they had to work on the weekend, they weren't with their loved ones. Kind of want to bring something from home to them, make them feel good. They're kind of grumpy, they're on duty. You kind of, try to lift their spirits a little bit. So I would make baked apples, and I would stuff them with what I'm going to show you. Now, you're probably wondering what goes into this stuffing. Well, it's very simple. Oats, old-fashioned oats. I use some nuts, and in this case, I'm going to go with some sliced almonds, brown sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, and I have some chopped up craisins, dried cranberries. You could use raisins if you wanted to. That's pretty much it. What I'm gonna do, first of all, is make my stuffing. So I'm gonna get the apples out of the way, get my cutting board out of the way, and then I'm just gonna put all my ingredients into the pan, into the bowl. Get that in there. My cinnamon, my nutmeg, my craisins, and I have 2 tablespoons of melted butter. That's it. Now I'm just going to give that a stir. So basically, we're filling our baked apples with granola. Boy, does that smell good? She's shaking her head yes. You don't usually hear too much from Lori. Alrighty, we'll set that to the side. Alright, now the amount of oats that you saw, the stuffing that I made, that's probably enough for 4 apples. I'm only making 2 because, believe it or not, in this house, it's basically just myself and Lori that like any sort of things that have to do with apples. So I'm only going to make 2. So anyways, what I'm going to do is go to hollow out these apples. So I've got a little melon ball here, and I'm just going to go in and hollow these out. Get in there and just kind of dig this stuff out. And basically just getting the seeds and the core out of there. There we go. Now I'll get the other one. These are hollowed out very nicely. Plenty of room in there for our stuffing. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of remove the outer lip on this because these are going to shrink down a little bit and I don't want these splitting. So just remove the top. Like that. And that'll help prevent it from splitting. Now I use some nice Honeycrisp. I was going for a sweeter apple. Use whatever apple you want. I went with Honeycrisp. Now, I had an idea. I'm always changing things. I was rooting around in my refrigerator from my cider, because we're going to have to put cider in the bottom of this pan to help them poach. And I stumbled across my boiled cider from Willis Woods. Now, I'm not doing a commercial for Willis Woods up there in Springfield, Vermont, or Weathersfield, Vermont. I thought, wouldn't this be good if I put a little bit of this, maybe a tablespoon or 2 or 2.5 into my stuffing mix. Wouldn't it really enhance it? I think so. So I'm going to do it. So I'm doing it. You know why? Because you can. All right, there we go. What I'm going to do now is get my pan over here. Now, these are pretty stable. If they weren't stable, you could always trim the bottom a little bit to flatten them out, but they're good to go. If you do trim the bottoms, make sure you don't go too deep, because you don't want these to split on the bottom either. I got my pan here. Get these stuffed. And I'm going to pack these nice and tight as Lori pans it. And I'm going to really put a bunch on the top too. Yeah. I'm going to mound this up. Yeah, baby. A little bit of it spilled in the bottom of the pan. No big deal. Almost ready to go in the oven. I'm going to take about a half a cup of cider and pour it in the bottom of the pan to help steam these apples. Now I'm using brown cider, which there's an orchard about, I don't know, about a mile from my house. Really good cider. I mean, I'm a Vermonter. I love my Willis Woods cider, but I'm not up there. I'm not doing a commercial for Willis, but it really is the best. This here is pretty darn close. Anyways, this is going to go in the oven for about 45 to 60 minutes, or until they're nice and tender. So we'll check back on them in about 45 minutes. Oven is preheated to 350 degrees, and it's going to go, and we'll check on it. The 45 minutes is up. Now, I don't know if they're done or not, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this knife and insert it to see just how tender it is. If it's nice and tender, it's done. If I feel any resistance, I'll probably put it in for about another 10 minutes. I'm feeling just a little bit of resistance in there. So I'm going to go ahead and put these back in for another 10 minutes. But now I've done this once before, probably about at the 35-minute mark. I went ahead and basted it. So there's a little more liquid still in here. So I'm going to go ahead and baste these, put them back in the oven for about another 10 minutes, and then we should be good. So if you got a baster, use a baster. If not, use a spoon. Put all that goodness right back in those apples. All right, back in the oven, 10 more minutes and we should be there. Alrighty, we're back. These are looking fantastic. They're ready. So I'm going to take one of these out. It's a little hot, so put that on my plate. Now there's some juice remaining in this pan, and it's thickening up rather nicely. So I'm going to take some of this juice and drizzle it one more time, because that's all goodness. It's reduced down, it's nice and sweet. Now, we have options. We could go in, put a little bit of whipped cream on there. I prefer some nice French vanilla ice cream. So let me move this to the side. And I have some French vanilla ice cream over here. And I'm going to use a small scoop because I don't want a lot. I don't want the ice cream to to be the showcase. I want the apple to be the showcase. So I'm going to put a small scoop on top. I'm going to drizzle it with some caramel sauce. There's our scoop. That's going to melt down nice. Kind of create its own cream. There we go. That out of my way. A little caramel sauce to top it, if I can get it to come out. There we go. Voila! That is looking beautiful. Okay, before I cut into this, I gotta do my shout out. And this episode shout out goes to all those sailors that has a last name that contains Apple. So if you're Johnny Apple out there, or Jane Apple, or Jane Appleby, hey, this shout out's to you. Now, let's go in and try this. What I'm gonna do is just go ahead and cut this open. Oh, nice and tender. It's oozing out. Look at that. There's a lot of goodness in there. Kind of creamy because I just want you to see that nice filling in there. And now I'm going to go ahead and try this. Get a little bit of ice cream on there. And here we go. The simplest things. Now this is old school. This is old school dessert right here. This is probably something your grandma made. And that is just absolutely wonderful. You don't want to mess around with an apple pie, an apple turnover, or an apple calzone. You know, it's simple. It took me a few minutes to put the ingredients together, get it stuffed, get it in the oven, and let the oven do its thing. This is out of this world. And words don't even describe it, really. I mean, this is so good. And hey, you gotta make this. Get back to the old school way of doing things. An easy dessert, wow all your friends, make it. So hey, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, most importantly share. Share with all your friends, all your relatives, even your enemies. And right over here, go ahead and hit my logo, and that'll make it a lot easier for you to subscribe. So hey, until next time, thanks, and we'll see you.